All right, YouTube, welcome back. Signature King here. This is it, the last stack of 10 for the super duper cool kid VSP signature grade reveal. We went through a bunch of them. Last stack of 10, so yeah, not much to say. Kind of sad to see it go, but glad it's happening nonetheless. So far, I've been pleasantly surprised with the amount of 9.8s that I've got. Let's hope trend continues, and yeah, not much to say because I really want to dive right in, so let's go take a look. All right, our first book is Batman Arkham Knight #1, verified signature Peter J. Tomasi, and this is the first appearance of the Arkham Knight in comics, Penguin appearance, and the prequel to the Arkham Knight video game. Yeah, Peter Tomasi is another individual I run into often at conventions. Love talking to him. Love getting his signature in my collection. I don't have enough of him in my opinion, but no black label on here, so we know it's not a 9.8. I'm going to say a 9.0 even. 9.6. Pleasantly surprised. I did not think that would happen. I saw some color breaks, but I guess not enough apparently. So very cool. Very awesome comic. Book number 2. Here we have Batman the Murder Machine, signed by Frank Thierry. Super foily. First full appearance and origin of the Murder Machine, Bruce Wayne foil cover. Yeah, we have our black label up at the top, or black logo, I should say. So we know this one's going to be a 9.8. And there it is. Bask in its 9.8 glowiness. Awesome. Love it. So here we are with book number 3, Black Adam Endless Winter Special #1, verified signatures Ron Mars and Brandon Peterson. This book I didn't think would get the label that it got. And up at the top, I mean, I knew what it was, but I didn't think CBCS would notate it. But that's still pretty cool. I like that. It says, distributed exclusively with DC Page Puncher Black Adam action figure. Yeah, so if you wanted this particular book, you had to buy the little action figure, and the comic book came in the background. Yeah, so we have our black label here. We know this is going to be 9.8, and there it is. So that's interesting. It's hard to get. This is a special 9.8 because it came with an action figure. You know, maybe some kid handled it. Maybe it wasn't shipped. I mean, I think these were from Walmart, but so not a good track record of keeping things pristine, that's for sure. So this is an absolute win, in my opinion. I'll take this all day. So book number 4 is the real one, the Black Adam Endless Winter Special #1, Boss Logic variant. So this was the actual book, not the one with the action figure. Again, signed by Ron Mars and Brandon Peterson. The notation at the top says Swamp Thing, Multiplex, Silver Banshee, I can't read it, Catman and somebody else, Rampage, Frost King appearance, Justice League cameo, and it says only issue, like it's a one-shot. That's unique. I have plenty of one-shots that are slabbed and graded and whatnot, but none of them say only issue, but whatever. Again, we have our black label, so we know this is a 9.8. And there it is. So now I have the Page Puncher variant and the actual book, both 9.8s, both great grades, both verified signatures. So I am a happy camper. So if you know me or have seen the channel a little bit, you know that I really love the Suicide Squad. This is a book that I know is not going to be graded very high. I got this book as a piece of history to, you know, I don't even know, to get John Ostrander to sign. I mean, there's other things he could have signed too, but you know, right place, right time. Got John Ostrander to sign it. We got Howard Chaykin, who did the cover, and Carl Kessel, who did a lot of the interior art. Very, very happy to have this book in my collection. This book is one that will never leave for sure. Even though it's probably not going to grade very high, I'm okay with it. And I'm going to say 8. Look at that, right on the money. Again, this book was not graded for the grade. It was graded for the, signatures and the, nostalgia for Suicide Squad and just how awesome John Ostrander was and his contribution to comic books as a whole, and being one of the brains behind one of my favorite teams in DC for sure. So I'm absolutely loving this book. All right, next we have Suicide Squad Special Edition Free Comic Book Day from 2021. This is the super duper hollow foil retailer incentive. This is the preview for Suicide Squad Get Joker #1 hollow foil cover, as it says up at the top. The verified signature down at the bottom is Scott Collins, who signed this book for free. I'm very grateful anytime anybody does that. Really no surprise to this book, as we see our lucrative black label up at the top. So we know this is going to be a 9.8. And there it is. I wish I got this book back a little bit sooner from CBCS. I would have loved to add Tim Seeley to here. I had the chance to meet him at C2E2, and he was also not charging anything for signatures. So we'll chalk that up as a missed opportunity, and hopefully we'll see him again in the future. Next, we have DC Rebirth Trinity #1. Verified signature on here is Francis Manipul, who did I think everything. I think he wrote it, and he drew the cover, and he did a lot of work on the interior art. So jack of all trades, I guess. So I know this one's probably not going to grade very high. I'm going to say 9.2, 9.6. Oh, okay, maybe it will grade a little high. So that's awesome. Very happy with it. I think the signature placement is great. I think the color is great. I maybe would have changed the color, even though I just said the color was great. But if I had to do one thing over again, I maybe would have went with a different color. But hey, I'm happy with the gold. Looks awesome. Again, with the Trinity Rebirth #1, this is the Jason Fabok variant. Verified signature on it is, again, Francis Manipul. We have our great, awesome black logo up at the top, so we know this is going to be a 9.8. And there it is. Cover, Jason Fabok. Art and story, Francis Manipul. Awesome. Book #9 is Deathstroke Rebirth #1 from 2016, the Shane Davis variant, who I got signed by Shane Davis and writer Christopher Priest. So, not a whole lot to say about this one. Really no surprise. We see our black logo up at the top. And we know this one is going to be a 9.8. I am looking forward to getting more signatures on this book. Everybody loves Deathstroke. So anytime I get a chance to add any kind of Deathstroke into the signature collection, I jump on it. And here we are for the last book of the entire haul here. Final Crisis #1, J.G. Jones variant, signed by J.G. Jones himself. Up at the top, we have the death of Martian Manhunter and Orion, JLA, Secret Society of Supervillains, and Metron and Kamandi appearance. Quite a lot going on in that book. But I love talking to J.G. Jones, an absolute legend of the industry. Met him at Baltimore Comic-Con. I think he signed this book for like $1 or $2 or something. Very, 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 very cheap. I graded it. I was hoping maybe someday Grant Morrison could sign it, but yeah, that's probably not going to happen. And I'm okay with it. But really no secret to the grade. We see our black logo up at the top, so we know this one's coming back a 9.8. And here it is. Boom. There it is, 9.8. What a great way to end this video series with a 9.8. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So for those of you who keep a track at home and who have watched all 3 videos, we submitted a total of 30 books and 17 came back 9.8. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Like I said a million times, I never grade a book for the grade. It's really not my style. I obviously would love 9.8s, but I grade for the signature verification and the preservation of signatures, because after all, that's what a king does. He takes care of his kingdom.